Hello, creepers, beepers, and sleepers. Welcome to Item Hunt. Whale puns always remind me of that scene from Futurama where they go, "We're whalers on the moon. We carry our harpoon." You know the one. The game we're playing today is Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, and you read the title, so let's get every item, Trinity, Dalmatian, and chest in Monstro. After being eaten, we're going to swim up to the boat and let these guys roleplay. Then we're going to head to Chamber 1, where they'll roleplay some more. We picked an RP server, folks. Sorry. Also, don't worry. I know this place is like a giant maze, so I'm not going to be doing any weird cuts that'd make you lose your place or anything like that. After the cutscene in Chamber 1, we're going to head straight into Chamber 3, or head gay into Chamber 3, it's your life, not mine. Defeat the enemies in here, then run to the far end and grab the chest. You'll see it sitting next to the boarded up whale hole. What the heck is the porpoise of this? He looks a little wooden. Okay, I'm done. I can tell I'm grilling you with these. Now we'll head back to Chamber 1 and then jump onto the ledge to our right. Then we'll go into Chamber 2, defeat the enemies, then head towards the far end of the chamber. And we'll see a chest on our left. Grab it. Then keep moving forward. Now we'll be back in Chamber 3, but this time we'll be placed on a higher ledge. Defeat the enemies and try not to fall, but if you do, I just need to go back through Chambers 1 and 2 again. Not a big deal. Once we're out of combat, grab a barrel. Toss the barrel towards the hole we came in by pressing circle. You'll see a big green gland above that hole, and you'll need to jump onto the barrel and then onto the big green gland for another chest. While we're here, we're going to get the two chests that reside on the other side of the chamber. We'll call that side the right side. Toss a barrel down to the lower area by pressing circle, and then jump down. Use the barrel to climb up to the right side of Chamber 3. Then, once on the right side, jump on its barrel, and onto the right side's big green gland for a chest. Then, we can drop down for the chest that's hiding under the big green gland, which, that's such a weird set of sentences. If enemies spawn here, you don't necessarily have to fight them, but you can if you want to. Once you're ready, jump back down to the lower area and use the barrel we tossed down to get back to the left side of Chamber 3, and go through the hole on our forward right, which confusingly leads us back to Chamber 2. I promise I know where I'm going. After we're spit back into Chamber 2, defeat the enemies, and hope there's a barrel still around afterwards. You don't necessarily need the barrel, but it'll help in case you fall into a lower section. However, you can just go back into Chamber 3 and then back here if you do happen to fall down, so it's not a huge deal. But as I was saying, I like to toss a barrel down to the lower area, and across the way, you're going to see these two big green glands, one on the left with two barrels, and an empty one on the right. So, from the platform we're on, go to the most extended point, and then jump to the right gland. Then from there, jump to the left gland, and you're going to find a chest. If you're worried about slipping off on the way back, you can always toss one of those barrels on the left gland down, assuming you didn't have any to use before. After you grab the chest, hop your way back to the other gland, and then to the elevated platform, and then we're going to head left into Chamber 5. You don't have to fight any of the enemies here if you don't want. We can just follow the curve to Chamber 6. I fought a few enemies here before I realized this, so dingus dongus, I'm a bongus. Once in Chamber 6, defeat the enemies as you head down the stairs. There's a chest at the bottom of them, and after grabbing that chest, head into the hole behind us that'll lead to Chamber 5. Are they like sphincters? What are they? Why is this whale full of holes? What happened to this whale? Now that we're in Chamber 5, we're going to defeat all the enemies in here so we can get the blue chest? No. So we can get the two chests and the blue Trinity. Then we'll head back to Chamber 6 and fight our way to the top of the steps. After the enemies are defeated, grab a barrel and then put it on the very top step. On our right, you're going to see a big green gland on the wall. And what we're going to want to do is jump onto the barrel and then jump onto that gland for a chest with a torn page in it. From here, there's a difficult jump that we can make to a far gland with another chest. So, to make this jump, you have to be as far off the torn page gland as you can be. And you want to aim for this specific white line. It's definitely tricky, but you can make it and grab the chest. It just may take a few tries. Then, from the far gland, we can jump over to the far platform. Another tricky jump, but doable, where, after defeating the enemies, we can grab, surprise, surprise, another chest. Drop back down to the lower platform and head up the stairs, go into the hole on our left at the top of the steps, and into Chamber 5. Defeat all the enemies up here, and make sure there's a surviving barrel. If there's not, head into Chamber 4, and you'll see some more role-playing, but then you can come back into Chamber 5 so that the barrels respawn. Once you have a barrel, drop it onto the edge that's closest to the big green gland elevated towards the left. Jump onto the barrel, then across to this white line on the gland. There's a chest on this gland. After this chest, jump to the next gland and onto the elevated platform where you'll find a chest on a barrel. Wow-wee! Defeat the enemies and break the barrel so you can grab the chest. Jump back across the glands, and then head into Chamber 4. As a side note, if you happen to fall at any point, you will need to work your way back up. So rewind the video to this time to follow along. When you're all caught back up, head into Chamber 4, and then into Monstro's bowels. I'm not joking. That is what they're called.
I like you. Have a cupcake. I like you. Have a cupcake.
After the Parasite Cage boss fight, which you can see how to fight it if you click the card here, you'll receive the cheer ability for Goofy. Now jump down into the mouth. When we're back in the mouth, you'll see on the left side of Geppetto's ship, there's going to be a new chest, and in it, the shared ability of High Jump. Be sure to open the chest, turn on High Jump, and then jump on this like little lip on the boat, and then onto the boat's roof, and then around the broken mast to the green Trinity. Activate the Trinity, and you'll see a chest will fall from the broken mast, so now you can grab it. Then, jump off the boat and onto the wreckage that's fixed on the left side of Monstro's mouth. Climb the broken boards to another chest. Then, you'll need to do a far jump onto the platform that's connected to the cone-shaped wreckage. Then, to the left onto the higher wreckage, which is easier to show than say, honestly. But you'll find another chest on the top of this wreckage. Then, you're gonna leap all the way to the right side of Monstro's mouth, where a blue Trinity will be floating on some debris. After we get the blue Trinity, we're gonna jump to the left and up the wooden platforms. Make your way to the top of the right wreckage, where a chest will be, with the summon stone, Water Gleam. Now, you're gonna turn directly around and run down back to that blue Trinity platform and leap over to the next elevated platform. Keep jumping straight upwards, and once on the third platform, you'll see a chest. Grab it. Now hop across the remaining wood platforms and towards the hole that's above Chamber 1. That's another hole in this freaking whale, bro. Why? Since his mouth drained out, that hole is now unblocked, and it will lead you to Monstro's throat. Once in the throat, the only thing here will be a third blue Trinity. If regular Heartless spawn, defeat all of them without jumping, because if you do, that'll spawn more Heartless. If the rare Truffles spawn, which are the blue and yellow Mushroom Heartless, just hit each of them once and they'll despawn. Once the enemies are gone, you can get the blue Trinity that's in the center of the floor. Then, bound your way up to the Parasite Cage for the second and final time. Once you defeat it, you'll receive the Stop spell. Now, there's only one item left, the White Trinity. And we can only get this item after defeating Riku for the the first time in Hollow Bastion. You can come back for it anytime after that. And you can see how to beat him here. I'll show on screen the fastest way to get to the White Trinity and the fastest way back. Thanks everyone for watching. That does it for Monstro, a very short world with very few items. Here's the list of the items we collected. And yeah, that about sums it up. If you liked the video, you're more than welcome to like or comment, and subscribing would be really appreciated, especially if you want to see more of my content, you know? Thanks again. Goodbye.